Hello everyone, welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online. This is Gnarlo here. Say hello to everyone. Gnarlo. Good boy. I know it's been a couple of weeks since the last time we were on. As you can tell, my voice is even a little deeper and sexier than it usually is. It's because I've had a bad case of bronchitis here for the last couple of weeks, and it has hurt to talk, much less to get on and do a recording. So we are down here at the Ms Lowbanks estate, our burglar trainer, because as you know, we have leveled up at least a couple of times running the Harvest Festival events that were going on. So we need to talk to Ms Lowbanks and see what it is that she has for us this time around. So let's look at train our burglar skills. A couple of level 40 skills that we have not picked up yet. Nothing passive. Alright, looks like we have another one of our tricks down here. This one is Practical Joke. Whose fault is it if the mightiest of heroes cannot take a joke? Doesn't say what it does though. 10 targets, radius 5 meters, cooldown 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Interesting. I'm wondering if that is a actual battle thing here, since it doesn't say anything. Wonder if it's an actual battle or if it's some kind of a flavor type role-playing skill. But we'll go ahead and train it. Looks like it's right there. Bring it on over this way. We're gonna have to probably put up another skill bar here and move some things around. Well-placed strike. With a moment to prepare, you make a carefully aimed strike at your target, causing damage over time. When made at the back of your target, the damage over time is increased significantly. So you see 8 common damage every 5 seconds for 20 seconds. And if you're behind them, you do 105 common damage every 5 for 30 seconds. So I am thinking this is probably going to be our new lead-off attack right here. We can get behind them, get into sneak, get behind them, land that one. That one will be a good one to lead off, and we'll already have a DOT on our target. Alright, so we'll probably move this one down here and replace the surprise strike with it. Because if you can land it, the amount of damage you do is the same, plus you get the damage over time. Alright, so there we go. Now we are going to leave Ms Lowbanks' house here and see what kind of trouble we can get up to. Alright, we're back out in Bree. It is a beautiful day. It's just about noon. I'm going to get back out here on the road. We're going to mount up on our new Matham horse that we spent so much time and effort getting. There we go. Still love the way that looks. Still my favorite of all the horses for its looks, and if the fact that it's also the fastest one of my horses is a wonderful side effect. It's the gravy on the cake. Okay, we are going to head down to the South Bree Gate. When we hit the South Bree Gate, we are going to see if we can catch a ride back over to Thorinhad. Unless this takes us there. I don't think so. Ah, there we go. Return to Thorinhad. That's where I'm already bound. So I am going to go ahead and map over there to it. And tell you what, while we are here, maybe we'll map back after we do the quest. Because I'm thinking the next quest up that we are going to run. How can I be of service? Let's see where we need to go. The Ettenmoors, Lonelands, the Trollshaws. That takes us to Rivendell. We're going to go to Ostguroth, and probably at Ostguroth we can get a ride to Thorinhad. Because anyway, where we are going to go is we are going to continue along the epic line here. We've been kind of neglecting it a bit for the last month or so. Definitely since before Thanksgiving, since before Halloween. So we are going to see if we can't pick up back here on the epic line. Because we've got Book 4, Chapter 2. We're going to add it to the tracker. That's the one where we have to go and find the sign of the missing Nazgul. They found signs of all 8 of the Nazgul along the River Bruinen, except for one. So we need to see. There we go, Thornhad. So we're going to go travel on over to the outpost of Elrond's Sons. From there, we will travel further into the south Trollshaws, seeing if we can find any signs of the missing rider. And I'm going to let the game taxi here take me over there. And once it does, we will rejoin you. And as I have mentioned before, one of the best things about the stable service here in town is the fact that you can load up, hire your ride, jump on the stable horse, and have it deliver you to where you want to be while you go out and go make you a pot of coffee, visit the little hobbit's room, do anything else that you need to do. Alright, so here we are in Thornhad. I am going to pull up the information here from the last, the missing rider. Let's see the history. Shortly after Frodo Baggins and his company came to Rivendell, my father sent us to search for signs of the Nazgul, the 9 riders of the enemy. We found the bodies of 8 horses downstream, but of the last there was no sign. We searched further, but still found nothing. We traveled far afield into lands to the south and still found no sign of the fleeing rider. Only on our return journey did we find something. Hoof prints in the South Trollshaws, far south of the road. There are many narrow valleys in that region. The Nazgul might lie there, sheltered from prying eyes, waiting for his time to strike. Journey far south of the road in the South Trollshaws, Gnarlo, and seek out the missing rider. The ruins within these narrow channels have a fell reputation. Minas Agor, that place was called of old, and the Nazgul may have sought it out for that reason. Alrighty, so we're going to attempt it solo, and we will have to use our inspiration buff. So we need to travel the Nazgul far to the south, and see if we can find any sign of them in the southern Trollshaws. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the map here. You see we're here in the Bruinen Gorges, and I've got a pretty good idea that the place that we're looking for is right over in this area. So we will travel back to the road, travel west with it for a little bit until we get to the lowest dip here, and then travel on further up that way. Now, having said that, I want to look and make sure that we've got the inspiration stone as well. We do, the shimmering elf stone. Okay, I am going to go ahead and drag that out onto my inventory bar here as well. We'll stick it right over here so that whenever we are ready to use the inspiration bonus, we can click on it and get our little bonus, since we're doing this solo and not part of a fellowship. Okay, so now you know the plan. It's back to the road and then follow it westward until we get to the most southern dip. And once we have done that, we shall rejoin you. Alright, as you see, we have hit the southernmost dip. So we are going to continue on into the Trollshaws. The actual path I think I want to take goes past the campsite over there. Remember the camp where the elf and the dwarf are right up yonder. I can't remember their names, but they've got that camp that leads up from the road there. I think that's what we want to go past and head on into the southern Trollshaws that direction. I'm worried that if you remember when we were over in what was the name of the place? Let me pop up to my map again. We were up in the North Downs, and it was down here in the Nan Wathrin. Remember when we had to go into the Nan Wathrin, find that guy back in the very back part of it, that leader half-orc guy, I think he was, that we had to kill, that we had to approach it from a certain direction, or otherwise our stone never fired, if you remember that. I think we have a similar difficulty here, because I know there are two ways that you can get into Ms Lowbanks here. Whoa, and we're already running into trolls. We got two ways to travel to Ms Lowbanks, and I'm worried that if you don't take the correct of the two paths, that it's not going to, the stone isn't going to think you've gone the right direction, and it's going to cause you difficulties. Let's see if we can sneak on past all these trolls here. Okay, there's Ms Lowbanks right over there. That is the entrance way. As I said, we are approaching it from the back side, though. Let's see if that will trigger it. If not, we'll just keep going until we come around from the quote-unquote correct direction. As you see, these trolls here, they're conning green to me. They're level 34, however, they still have over three times my hit points, almost 3 times as many hit points as I do. So they may be green in level, but they're still tough customers. So I would prefer if I did not have to fight one of them. Alright, I believe right up there is where I'm headed. This is a large part of the reason right here why you need a, or why they recommend that you have a fellowship with you. It's just to fight your way through these trolls. Okay, so here we are. We did approach it the correct direction, because right through there is where we have to go, and once we get out of there, I'll usually go to the right to exit this area. Let's see if I can get past the blood archers. Good. Okay. So far, sneak and being a thief is being a burglar is coming in very handy. I have definitely felt in the burglar type mood lately, wanting to get back into the game. I went and picked up the extended edition of The Hobbit last week, and did not get an opportunity to actually sit and watch it. Until yesterday. So that was a lot of fun. I definitely got to say the elf porn in Rivendell certainly caught my attention and surprised me there. I was not expecting that whenever I got to that area. Okay. I got some irritating trolls here. How come this has never fired? Hey, this is what I've been afraid of. It's like, why is this going? Oh, I'm wondering if we have to approach the other way. It's never told me anything. This would be a good place to use the stone. I'm thinking we're gonna have to go to the left. There's another way. Maybe there's another approach back through that way, perhaps. Because it's never said anything along the lines that this would be a good place to use the rock. If you remember when we were hunting down the half-orc that time, down there in the Nan Wathrin. So I am going to see if I can continue back on around here, get back over into this part of the area, and come back around that way. I think that would be the easiest way to reset things here. Let's see if I can get past this guy without him spotting me. Move fast, move fast, move fast, yes. Remember, if I have to, I have two abilities. There's the instant cloak right there that will give me like 10 seconds of unbreakable invisibility. And we also have the lie flat or something. I can't remember where I've got that skill at the moment. I've got like a lie flat skill that will supposedly keep me hidden as well. Oh yeah, now you walk out of the doorway. This would have been a good time to... Would have been a good time to have a other party going along ahead of you, clearing things out. Alright, is this the back entrance? No. Alright, so I'm going to see if I can find another way into this that's going to cause that stone to activate and give us the inspiration. And we will see you when that happens. Alright, as you see, I've had to tuck my way into a little nook in the rocks here. Reason was I was coming along, got a little too close to one of these scourges, got hung up, couldn't get away from him in time, and he saw me and started pounding on me. I was fighting him okay, and then a hurler came up and started pounding on me too, and I can't take on two of them, so I had to use the hide in plain sight skill, which has got another 24 seconds of cooldown left on it. Over here is the other one I was looking for, Hobbit Silence. That's the one that allows you to lie prone and have everything around you ignore you. I love the animations. You saw him checking his foot. I saw one walk up here just a second ago, sneezed, and then wiped his nose on the back of his arm before walking off. So we are going to continue along the path here. You may go, why are all these trolls out in daylight? Well, that's one of the things, the exceptions they've had to make for, you know, gameplay. Concessions, that's the word I was looking for. Concessions they've had to make for gameplay. You know, it wouldn't be, I guess they figured it wouldn't be much of a Trollshaws if you could wander around in here and there weren't any trolls around. But as you notice, they're not actually in daylight. They're supposedly under the heavy canopy cover of the trees along here. Is the explanation for it. So they stay hidden in the shade of the trees. Although, yes, in actual fact, they probably should be turning to stone and flaking and everything else with the sunlight dappling on them like that. But the consensus is, as long as they are not actually in direct full sunlight, then it's okay for them to wander about. If you ever actually see any trolls that are standing in like the middle of a road or something in sunlight, please bug it. Oh, I thought that was a cave with a knapsack or something in it. Please bug it so they'll know they need to change the pathing for that critter. Alright, let's see if we can get right down through here. And the Bloodsworn are wanting to wander out and play as well, are they? Okay. Further on up this way. Still never gotten that notice that the inspiration bonus is allowed to be used. I am going to go right up here, across from the entryway, see if I can use it. It's got a red ring around it, so I don't think that I actually can. Am I able to use it? Nope, using that has no effect. I see what we're after, though. The horse that we're looking for is right on the inside there. And we've approached it from both directions now, so it can't be a directional If it's a directional issue, well, it's one that Turbine needs to fix. Alright, let's let this Scourge get out of the way. We're going to see if we can scoot on in here, past these archers. Archer and the Bloodsworn. Once again, I don't want to stay in near any of these things for too long to keep them from noticing me. We've still got a red band around it. Alright. Once that blood swarm moves away from the horse, as you see a black horse over there. Once he moves away from it, we'll see if we can get closer. And you see some scary looking critters back there in red robes moving around too. We definitely do not want to draw their attention either. Flies buzz about the corpse of a black horse. Okay. So now we need to remove the bridle from the black horse's corpse. If you're without a fellowship, you may draw up an inspiration. Yeah, I'm not in a fellowship, so when are you going to let me draw on this inspiration? Let's see, if we get right up next to the horse, does the rock activate? Nope, see, using that has no effect. Alright, let's see what happens. We have removed the bridle. Okay. And we need to bring it back to Eladan. What do you know about that? Look at that, would you? It looks like we're going to be able to complete this as a burglar. There you go. Bilbo would be proud. We have not had to use the inspiration bonus at all. Looks like we're going to be able to finish a fellowship quest by ourselves as a burglar, just by sneaking in, grabbing what we need off of the black steed right quick, and sneaking out. And we didn't even need the enemy's ring to do it. Alright, once I sneak past these last couple of trolls here, I think that might have been the last one. Ooh, okay, that was a tense little moment. Alright. Yep, I see a greensward hind ahead of us. Yep, Glen hind. Okay. So we are back in the troll-free areas as soon as you start seeing the deer again. So let's see if we can't get back over to Thornhad and deliver this bridle to the sons of Elrond. And we've made it all the way back to the road. Excellent. That went superbly. I was glad to actually show y'all that it is possible to do it without inspiration, if you are an expert treasure hunter. Alright, we'll see you once we get back to our outpost here. And we have made it back to Thornhad. Around the corner should be Eladan and Elro here. As Eladan with the flaming golden ring over his head, signifying that that is who we need to talk to about Book 4, Chapter 2 here. So let us take him back the bridle. Oh, first, okay, I don't actually have it on me. See if it shows here. Bridle of a black steed. This bridle was once worn by a black steed that carried one of the 9. Okay.
What do you need?
Your tale begins to fill in this puzzle for me, Gnarlo, and I think I now see what has happened. Caught between the remainder of Frodo's company and the raging of the Bruinen, the 9 were forced into the torrent, but one escaped in the chaos. Near death, his steed bore him through hidden channels into some place where, nearly formless, he gathered his strength. His horse he abandoned, and he vanished into the wild. Without his cloak, he would be all but invisible to us, a malice on the wind. If he takes it onto himself again, it is only to give shape to his strength. It means he has survived the ordeal unharmed, and will surely strike at us again. We are running out of time, Gnarlo. Alright, let's choose one of the things. The shield is 5 and 68. Brognum is 10 and 92. That would be a good one. Eladan's leggings, are they good enough? Nope, my Matham Hunter leggings trump them once again. So we're going to choose Brognum.
Stay a moment.
As a piece of vendor trash. Chapter 4, Book 4, Chapter 3, The Wisdom of Lord Elrond, I think is the way that ends. Level 38. We know more than we did, Gnarlo, but we do not yet know what we must for the journey of all those who live or journey in this region, for the safety of all those who live or journey in this region, the whereabouts of the missing Nazgul. His steed was our greatest ally in the search, for while he could not remove his cloak and remain for Oi, this is what cough medicine does to you. Take 2. We know more than we did, Gnarlo, but we do not yet know what we must, for the safety of all those who live or journey in this region, the whereabouts of the missing Nazgul. His steed was our greatest ally in the search, for while he could remove his cloak and remain nearly unseen, his horse was a mortal creature, and its physical trail could be followed. With the creature now dead, either from exhaustion or at his master's hand, our ability to track the Nazgul is lessened. Lessened, but not gone, perhaps. I would ask you return to Imladris and to consult with Lord Glorfindel, for he is accounted very wise, and may have some stratagem we have not yet tested. He keeps close counsel with my father and with Mithrandir, and often contemplates near the falling water by my father's house. He may be able to help us find this missing Nazgul. So we need to travel back to Imladris and talk to Lord Glorfindel, which we will definitely do next. However, first we are going to take a break. I'm going to wander right over here to where one of the lovely outlooks looking across the autumn forest. And that is where we will leave off for this time. So there you go. Thank you for watching. I'm going to have a little toke of Old Toby out of Ronald Dwell's pipe. And we will definitely be playing some more later today. Get another episode up. Like I said, I was watching The Hobbit Extended Edition, and I've really gotten into the mood for playing again. In fact, having watched it, I may even... There we go. There's our bird. Little smoke bird. I may even go and visit the store and buy the shirtless dwarf skin to put on my dwarf, and maybe go play around in the fountains of Rivendell. That might be fun. I'm inspired. So thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.